Today I'm going to take this beat up chisel and show you how I get it sharp enough to easily slice through end grain without a bench grinder. You may be asking yourself, how does one get a chisel that looks this bad? Well, this is my beater chisel. It's an old Stanley that I got from Lowe's or Home Depot many moons ago, and I use this for things like cleaning out glue squeeze out, and that's why it has rust all over it. But for this example, I felt like it wasn't damaged enough. So I dropped it on the floor a few times, hit it on some nails, and hammered it against a holdfast a few times. All right, now it's sufficiently beat up, and it just doesn't look dull. Here I'm trying to cut the end grain of this walnut. Not good. Let's clean it up. The correct way to do this would be to use a bench grinder, but I don't have one of those. So I'm going to attempt this using this new product, the SBS Triple Diamond Stone Sharpening Station from Empower. This is a kit that includes everything you need to sharpen. 3 diamond stones, one 300, one 600, and one 1200 grit, and 3 grades of polishing wax that will be used with the included leather strops. I made a video a few years ago on my sharpening process, and I showed how to make this diamond stone holder. So diamond stones are my preferred method of sharpening, and I really love this setup here. I guess the only thing that I don't love about it is that I have a strop that I keep on the side, and I find this annoying to have to clamp into my vise every time I want to use it. So it will be interesting to see how the SBS unit works with the stropping system built into it. Right off the bat, huge difference. It is very lightweight compared to my holder. Another difference, because of the rubber feet, you can place this anywhere on your bench. So I could put it in the middle, all around. I am not limited to just the front like I am with the bench hook on my homemade version. I already have a whole video on my sharpening process, so I'm not going to go into crazy amounts of detail, but I'll go into each step as I'm doing it. So the first thing to do when you get your chisel is to flatten and clean up the back. Because I don't have a bench grinder, this is just going to take quite a while, and it's just going to require a lot of elbow grease. After just a minute of going back and forth, most of the rust is removed, and now I'm getting down to metal, so I'll just keep going until that discoloration is gone. That's probably after like 5 minutes. Wishing I had a bench grinder right about now. Just a little bit more to go. This is the hardest part of the whole process, getting the back flat on the lowest grit. This took me about a half hour, maybe more to do, which is a really long time to be sitting there getting the back flat. But I'm assuming that most of you guys don't have chisels that were sitting in glue for 7 years, so this shouldn't be a problem for you. So this kit really is not meant for repairing chisels like I just did. It's really meant for general maintenance, but I just wanted to see if it could repair one of my beater chisels, and it did a great job. It took me a while, but I finally was able to get rid of all that pitting that was on the back, and there's a nice even scratch pattern, and it's nice and flat. At this point, the process is going to be the same whether you have a bench grinder or not. Really, the only difference between sharpening with and without a bench grinder is that you're going to have to spend a lot of extra time on your lower grit stones, like a lot of time. So if you have a bench grinder, then you don't have to spend a half hour on that 300 grit stone, and you can just move along on the higher grits, as I'm going to do now. Now, right off the bat with one of these systems, you see how I can only use the end of the stone here, while on this one I was able to use the whole stone to get this whole back flat. But in this middle one, I'm kind of limited to just the tip of it. But my sharpening system is the same exact way. On that middle stone, I am stuck with just using either the top or the bottom of the stone. So to me, this is no different. Now back on the 1200 stone, I can use the whole length of the stone once again. And that really took no time at all on the 600 and 1200 grit stones. There's a nice even scratch pattern, and it's nice and flat. But now I have to do the hard part again. So if you had a bench grinder, this is where you would grind the bevel on your chisel. Do not have one, so I'm gonna have to do this by hand. And I usually use, one second. I usually use a honing guide to do this to get the bevel set to the angle that I like, but I'm gonna try to freehand it now. First, I'll clean off all the stones using the rubber that it came with. I really like this rubber. After not even a minute, I got most of the rust off already. All right, I just gotta keep doing this. Just gonna check for square as I'm going along. Yeah, it's not square. I see that I have to take off more on this side. So as I'm going, I'm just going to put a little bit more pressure on this left-hand side. Okay, how's that looking? It's looking a little bit better. But I got I got all of the rust off. But now I'm just working on getting it square. There we go. Okay. While I'm at it, I'm also just going to try to get the rust off all the sides and edges. To do this, I'll just set the chisel so it's flat on the stone at all those parts and try to get as much rust off as I possibly can. And here's where being able to orient this in any way on your bench is a plus. You can turn it so that you can attack anything from any angle you need. You're not tied down to the bench hook against the end of your bench. All right, so it's clean enough. This is probably more close to what it would be like if you just got this out of the box and it wasn't sitting in glue for 7 years. So most of the rust is off, the back is flat and clean, and I'm only gonna assume that it's a 25-degree bevel on here. And now I'm not going to make that bevel. I'm not going to put that bevel on the 600 and the 1200 grit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find that flat and then slightly lift it up and put a secondary bevel on there. And that's just what I like to do with my chisels and my planes so that it's easier to sharpen next time. I go into all that detail in the other sharpening video. Ooh, I'm definitely leaning heavier on one side. All right, shoot. It really doesn't take a lot to do it. It's like 20 strokes maybe to get that secondary bevel on the 600 and 1200 stones. Let me show you. Now you can see here how there is the primary bevel and the secondary bevel over here. Now this was my first time ever doing this freehand, so it doesn't look as good as it normally does. Normally it's like sharp and straight across, but like I said, first time doing it freehand, so just bear with me. You may have also noticed the burr on the back of the chisel, and now I'm going to get rid of that by swiping it on the highest grit. That's it. Sometimes I like to take the burr off by swiping it on a piece of MDF. At this point, the chisel is sharp enough to cut, but we could do better than this. That's where this system is really cool. It comes with these strops that cover the stones. I'll do an end grain test before and after stropping. This is before. It cuts, but we could do better. This next step is pretty foolproof. The covers tell you which color wax to put on each strop. Now I'll just make my way through the strops, starting with the orange wax, which is equivalent to 1800 grit, then the white wax, which is 2500 grit, and then finally the blue wax, which is 5000 grit. Nice. Look at how shiny that looks. That is beautiful. This is like now my nicest looking chisel, and this is my glue beater chisel. That is nuts. All right, now let's slice into some end grain. Okay, this is interesting. This was the cut that I made before stropping, and this is the cut that I just made after stropping. Look closely over here. You can see little pieces of tear out, and also look at the color difference. This, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but this is a much smoother cut, and this is a lot rougher because the tool that I used to cut it was smoother, and that's all because of stropping. So stropping is super important. And in case that wasn't convincing enough, the paper test. Cleanly slices through printer paper. The strops are what make this kit awesome. I hate sharpening, so I really don't do it often. As I work though, I do strop to keep my chisels sharp as I go. So having these strops here are really mostly all that I'm gonna need as I'm maintaining my tools as I work. The stones will be great for when I get new tools or if I ever get around to cleaning my other glue-covered chisels. So am I going to get rid of my old setup? I guess only time will tell, but I will say the SBS has everything that I need except the built-in stops for my honing guide, which I really like for consistency. This was my first time freehand sharpening and I did not like it. I don't plan on doing that again, so I definitely won't be getting rid of my honing guide. Maybe I'll have to make a new bevel setting stop that I can just keep in the storage case. I also like that I would be able to keep the honing guide in the case too. I really like the idea of the storage case because my station just sits on top of my bench because it's cumbersome to move and it's big, so it takes up a lot of draw space. I really love that everything I would need is kept in this tough case and I could just throw it all in a drawer and it doesn't take up space on my bench and I could just take it out when I need it. Now more specifics about the actual stones. They are machined dead flat, and this unique interconnected non-linear diamond recess pattern does a great job of swarf removal. You can see the dark metal mess pooling into the recesses. My old stones don't have that. Speaking of that mess, something else I realized as I was using it, this base is going to look a lot cleaner over time. Since it's metal, the gross stuff easily wipes off. Not on my station. The grossness just seeps into the plywood, and of course this doesn't affect how it works, but it's just cleaner. They say these stones are replaceable, but I'm not exactly sure how one would go about doing that. I do know that you get a 10-year guarantee on this, so they will replace the stones for free if anything should happen to them. Oh, something I forgot to mention. These are magnetic, so you don't have to worry about these coming off. I think that's pretty cool. I think the only thing I'm concerned with, the lapping fluid it comes with. There's nothing wrong with the lapping fluid itself. It worked great. It's just the amount. This is a really small bottle and I see myself finishing this pretty quickly. You can purchase refills though. Overall, I like this. Granted, it's my first time using the whole system, but from what I can see, if someone's just getting started with their sharpening journey, I think this would be a great option because it comes with everything you need to get started, minus the bench grinder. But as you can see, nothing a little elbow grease can't solve. If you're interested, check out the link below and use the code TAMAR20 to receive 20% off the usual SBS price plus free shipping. If you do a little bit of research into diamond stones, you'll see this is an amazing deal. Like I said earlier, I really don't see myself using this like I showed in the video. There are better ways to initially clean up and repair chisels, one being a bench grinder, another being lower grit stones, or even sandpaper. This was just a fun challenge to see if I could get this old beater chisel to cut again using the system. This was like the worst case scenario and it passed with flying colors. So I know it's going to be great for real life maintenance. I experimented with such an extreme situation because I wanted to make sure I was sharing a quality product. When Empower reached out to me and proposed a sponsored video, I asked if they send me the product first and I'm only gonna post about it if I like it. So that's why you're seeing this video. I had fun completing this challenge and I hope you enjoyed the process along the way. Hopefully you learned something. So thanks to Empower for sponsoring this video and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one with some sharp chisels. Just gonna have a little bit more fun with this chisel. See how this works on the end grain.